All right, welcome back into another episode of Watching. This one is not a debut episode of Watching. This one is a straight domination episode of Watching. We were on no hitter alert for quite a while tonight with Hunter Greene. He ends up pitching a complete game, one hit shutout versus the Cubs in a huge game in a pennant race. And we're going to watch it. All right, so I got the alert. I said, we got to check this out. This is an absolute gem at the perfect time of the season. So let's get it cracking as we head over to our Watching main screen. Sorry about that little glitch right here. Here is the box score from tonight's game. Hunter Greene, 9 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts, 109 pitches. Colin Ray on the other side also threw a heck of a game. 7 innings, 11 strikeouts over there, 1 run. Michael Soroka also pitched. But a 1-0 win and a huge, huge game for the Reds. They are chasing the Mets in the wild card currently at the time of this game. All right, here's how it broke down on the pitch mix today that we're about to watch. He throws 40. He throws 60 four-seam fastballs, so a lot of fastballs, 55% to be exact, and then 33 sliders and 16 splits. Looks like the velocity is there, averaging an even 100 miles an hour in this game. So this is exciting. Hunter Greene, I've watched him a few times on the live stream this year. We'll come back, we'll circle back, but he's having a heck of a year. This is the second year in a row he's having a heck of a year. He missed some time with injury, but he's been on fire recently. I watched him shove against the Mets. Then he had a mediocre start in between, and then this game, obviously it's going to be pretty good. So let's just go right to the game, and let's do it. All right, Hunter Greene. Wow, what is this camera angle? But he comes out the gate with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball with excellent carry. And one thing that I noted last time I watched him pitch, he's working very fast. He's not giving the hitter a lot of time at all to compute what he's coming at him with. And the delivery has some tempo in it too. So 100 mile an hour, why not? Start off the game throwing some flames. Then 100.2 inside. So that's what you're getting with Hunter Greene first and foremost. You're getting a 100 mile an hour fastball. But that's not his best pitch. His best pitch is this slider, 92.2 mile an hour slider. You can see there, this was an outstanding view that they give us here from the umpire, where you see this ball kind of running in on the hitter and him jackknifing out of the way. All right, so 2-1 count. Going to double up on that slider. Leaves it low. So actually gets himself in a 3-1 count here, first batter of the game. Very interesting, but you can see that slider's got a lot of bite to it. All right, here comes a fastball, 3-1 fastball. Ooh, little check swing. Doesn't think he goes. They say he does. It's going to set up a 3-2 count. Does he go? Michael Busch. Go either way. I'm a pitcher, so I say he goes. He obviously didn't think so. He went all the way through the trouble of flipping his bat away. And now we go to the 3-2 pitch. 100.5 mile an hour. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. So Michael Busch doesn't get his game started off very well, but Hunter Greene does with a punch out. Nico Horner. Now the Cubs just recently clinched, so that should be noted. I'm not going to put an asterisk on this game, but this game wasn't as important for the Cubs as it was for the Reds. This is a massive game for the Reds. That doesn't mean it's any easier to win just because they have already clinched. We've seen plenty of teams play spoiler. Baseball's not a game that you could just throw your glove out there and have it work out. You got to go earn everything. So he gets to a nice 0-2 count here. He's going to triple slider. Ooh, a very weird contact. Oh, and a very close play at first. So we've had some close calls on the first 2 batters of the game. Almost a walk and then almost a hit here. This would have been a hit. This is a weird, weird ball for the second baseman to field. Kind of gets it off the end. Takes a weird hop, handcuffs the crap out of him, but he is able to recover. So nice play there. And now Ian Happ. So this is a 102 mile an hour fastball. Whew. That had some hair on it for ball 1. I'm just going to get to that slider. We got that cool cam again. Ooh, gets him to go around. You can see Happer does not agree right away. Let's see. What do you think from this ump cam? Looks like he calls it. I would at least check. You always got to check, sir. 100.5 in, just misses. So he's living 100. That's what showed on the analytic, and that's sure as hell what it is. Oh, another tough play and another recovery and throw it to first. This is a back-to-back no panic drill by our second baseman. Now, is this McLean? guess I'll tell you in a second, but knocks it down, keeps it in front. No panic. Go pick it up, make a strong throw. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Probably not as smooth as it feels when you just see it in the box score 1-2-3, but we are on to the second. Yeah, I think that's McLean. All right, Moises Ballesteros, the rookie. Fastball up top. This is a very peculiar camera angle. Very low down, but very far over. So you're going to have a hard time seeing horizontal movement, particularly moving into the arm side. Here's the first out he gets with the splitter. This has been a nice addition as he's inched it up in usage over the past few years. Really, really valuable pitch. 3.5 verts, outstanding off of his 18 or whatever he averages. He's got heavy vert on that fastball, and that has none. So that's a big separator. 87.7, that's very slow compared to his heater. He's living at 100, so you're talking 12, 13 miles an hour separation. And that's what you get there. You get a rollover and an easy out, which is actually a big development for Hunter Greene, is learning how to control his contact. In the past, he had the velocity, he even had the slider, but he was trying to strike everybody out, and he was making a lot of mistakes and giving up a lot of hard contact. I feel like he's increased his ability to get some quality batted balls against him. You know, quality in terms of what the pitcher wants, making better choices, learning the other notes of his game, if you will. 100 mile an hour up top. So virtually every fastball is 100. I wonder what the record for most 100 mile an hour pitches in one game is. This is 99.9, so this wouldn't count, but still it's doors up top. Yeah, another 18.5. Also, this number, and I don't talk about this hardly ever because there's, we always talk in terms of induced vertical break, but there's also regular vertical break. So this is measured differently. This is inches of drop. Inches of drop. So everything's going to have drop. This is why scientists for years and everybody would say there's no such thing as a rising fastball. We now know that there's induced vertical break, which makes the ball have like it has a rising effect. Also steep going upward VAA pitchers, that has a rise effect. But anyway, you want this number to be low. You want it to be negative, very, very low. Like, I think the best I've ever seen is like Batista from the Orioles, maybe with like a -6. So like the ball only drops 6 inches the whole way on the way to the plate. Like, that's incredible. But this is -9. That's very low. Most people are in double digits on their fastball easily. So -9 is very, very good. And that's just another metric to know about. I'm surprised I'm getting to it a little bit on this video, but sometimes you see something. All right, so that's Suzuki. That is the second strikeout of the game, and now Carson Kelly's going to come up. Oof, dotted four-seam away. Beautiful pitch. That's going to set up a slider off it all day long. This is very old school pitching. Fastball down and away, slider down and away off of it, get them reaching. Hard to drive anything when you're reaching. Once you do it for 3 pitches, you zip them inside. This is just, you got to have the command to do it, but it's a very simple game and it generally works. And you see it there. He dives, but still runs out of bat, flies out to center pretty harmlessly. So here's PCA. No surprise here. PCA swings at the first pitch. Actually, very good swing. Kind of a top spin, knuckleball thing. Will Benson sticks with it, makes a nice play. One thing I want to note on his defensive tactic here, he gets low. He's a big guy, but you see how he keeps a lot of bend in the knee, wants to get under this ball, not afraid to go to the ground to make sure that he stays through running after this ball, doesn't get too reachy with it. So really good play by Benson and a good swing by PCA. Honestly, a smart ambush attempt because he has been in the strike zone an awful lot here in the early going. So here's Dansby. Interesting that we got PCA and Dansby at the very bottom of this order. 2 very, very good players. So there's another first pitch strike on a fastball. Ooh, and then it's hard to see because they're interviewing Cade Horton here, but we could do this one from the center field cam. The first fastball was kind of like up, and then he throws this slider in the same tunnel, but it's not a fastball. So this is actually quite effective, even though ideally you don't want to throw your slider generally this high in the zone. It really played off that last fastball, so he thought he was getting another heater up here. This ball moved awfully late. You see how late this ball deviates? So Dansby swings over a high slider, so pretty good trick if you can pull it off. And now we go to the 0-2. It's going to be another slider. Get some reaching. So, just pitching away, away, away. And it really helps when you can dot on that corner. No hitter wants to swing at a pitch dotted on the corner first pitch. So they'll give it to you if you can hit it. And he's hitting it so far. All right, Matt Shaw. So this is actually the 9-hole. Slider down. I actually think Cade Horton's getting a little too much TV time on my video here. I love you, Cade, but I got to see the box. Ooh, this is the first time he goes in, so this is interesting. He goes away, away to a 1-1 count on the 9-hole here. Shaw, and now they go in. This is the first time he's intentionally gone into a righty. He delivers a beautiful pitch. This is an unhittable spot. You got to hope to not swing at this pitch, but this is unhittable. And it's got nice induced vertical break, but I mean, it's 100 miles an hour up and in. It's a scary pitch, and off that, he's got options for days, so I'm curious what he goes to here. Probably tries to double up. Nope, slider again, slider away. I'm going to stick with this camera while Cade's getting interviewed. I don't love it. Slider away, heater away. Ooh, pretty good swing there, still off of it. Now they're going to go in again. Pulls it away. This was probably a strike. Let's check the broadcast. Yeah, that was in there, see? Umpire, I want my strikeout. All right, and then pitch 7, we got to go back to the center field so we can see it. 100 mile an hour. Ooh, they stay in with it. Beats him up top again. So that's an explosive heater, and the first time we've seen Hunter feel any need to go in. So he faces the minimum through 3. We go to the 4th, back to the top. Michael Busch, second splitter of the game. This one he tries to get ahead with. Interesting. Feels confident that he can land the splitter 0-0. That's a good attribute to have. He doesn't here, but the fact that he throws it tells me that it's part of his game. I'm going to land my splitter 0-0. Okay. Ooh, 1-0. Down again. But you know what? I like the confidence to do it. This is likely going to result in a challenge heater. But he's got a damn good heater, so he's probably going to get away with it. Here we go. 2-0, 99.9. Middle, middle. Good swing. But ultimately, not quite the perfect contact. And it's a fly out, a little too high, 36 degrees. I mean, you're not going to get too many of these in the big leagues. You know what's coming. You got a shot at it. You just miss it. But it sure helps as a pitcher. If you're going to do this, it sure helps for the pitch to be 100 miles an hour. I'll say that. So, Michael Busch flies out. Here comes Nico Hoerner. Starting to see some quicker outs, too, in these at-bats. This is going to be a 2-pitch out. Nico trying to ambush. Kind of sensing that Hunter Greene's in a rhythm here. Got a swing. This isn't really the pitch, though. His pitch is up. I mean, Nico had to do a lot to get on top of this ball. See what he goes off of that. Probably in. Oh, no. Slider. You can see that ump cam. Very good. Very good. We'll watch it from center field, but this is such a freaking cool camera angle. So now you can really get a sense. The ball's coming out of the hand. Do you think it's a... I mean, we know it's a slider, but be honest. You know it's a slider yet? No. Now you might know. Really hard to hit baseballs. And then watch it in real speed. And you're out. Let's see what that looked like from center field cam. Yeah, he gets it right on the corner, gets him reaching. But again, he was 0-1. 0-1 all day long. Very good place to be. Ian Happ. Oh, going to try to land that splitter again. 0-0. Misses with it again, but I like it. I like it. They're trying to stay out of the predictability window here. They realize that his stuff's special, but you'll get clipped. The only way you're going to get clipped is somebody anticipates you. All right, tries another splitter down. Body language is like, man, I haven't landed one of those in a while. Watch Hunter Greene's head tilt here. Yeah, all right. Not my best. He's going to come back, ooh, with a slider. So I thought for sure fastball's coming here. Ends up going slider. Ends up jamming Ian Happ on a slider. 66 mile an hour jam shot out to short. Ellie's there. Man, Ellie's so big. Look at the size of this dude. But I was kind of curious to watch Hunter Greene from the side, body language that we saw before. He's definitely a little like, come on, you're better than that. That's a little self-talk in his head. But he's not getting down on himself. He's just like, we can do better than that. He hasn't given up on that pitch yet. I bet it comes back around. All right, top 5, Ballesteros. Still living 100 first pitches of innings, which is crazy. Camera angle continues to stink. Yeah, ball one. All right, back to the broadcast. Ooh, gonna try a 1-0 split. Ah, there we go. He lands it. All right, so this was probably a big moment for him in this game. First splitter that he really lands the way he wants to. He did get an out on one earlier, but I'm talking behind in the count. Splitter for strike. It's pretty good action for him, and he picks a good lane with this. Drops it right in there in the corner. Really nice. Now they go four seam up away for the swing through. Very good pitch. They're going to go back splitty. I don't think this was a good pitch choice, personally. And he doesn't hit it hard. Should have been an out. Kind of hits it weird. But I think he had him on another fastball. So, we got an error on that, or is that a hit? They got that as an error. Okay, so perfect game was never in play, really. All right, now Seiya. Another first pitch fastball strike. Huge swings. That's what I was talking about with the ambushing and the anticipation. As great as he's been, he's shown them a few things, right? I'm going to throw strike one. I'm throwing a lot of fastballs first pitch. And they've seen a lot of fastballs. So even if you're looking for a slider or fastball, it doesn't really matter. You're picking one of those out and you're saying, this guy is determined to get ahead of me. He's cruising. And I'm going to take a big-ass swing on this first pitch. And that's what Seiya does here. And he still comes up empty, showing you the quality of the heater. But he picked out fastball. He wanted that pitch, and he got it, and he didn't hit it. So that happens. But as a hitter, these are the things that determine your long-term success. Like, you had a great plan, but you weren't able to execute in that moment. And likely, you're not going to get another great pitch to hit after that. So let's see. Now you go to 0-1. Slider here. Kind of a weird top shelf slider, so that's tough because you're trying to lay off the high fastball. This ball pops above the zone, as you can see. Seiya's like, I can't swing at high fastball here, and it kind of droops into the zone. So a happy accident for Hunter Greene. 0-2. He's going to double up on that slider and try to throw the good one. Still leaves it in a pretty hittable location, but again, Seiya was sold out to the fastball. You could pretty much tell that whole at bat with the quality of that first swing versus the other two pitches, the take and that pop-up. This pop-up swing is very feeble, so he's definitely looking for a fastball and on fastball timing. So even though this pitch is in a hittable area, it doesn't matter. He pops it up. All right, Carson Kelly, who's been excellent this year. Fastball up away, so this is one of the first ones that he overcooks on the night. I do wonder a little bit if he was thinking this guy might be laying in the weeds here. And now he does have this base runner because of this error. It is a 1-0 game. It's early enough in the game where you're not pitching in no-hitter mode. You're pitching in keep the lead mode. So he's probably here thinking don't get ambushed. And he tries to do a little too much nibbling here and throws ball one, but I can live with that. He's going to get to his slider. Gets the chase. Very, very nice. Perfect chase slider. Also, I think being a little bit aware of the situation here after he saw Seiya swing against him. Maybe the Cubs are going to come out swinging. PCA was a first pitch swing. This is a pretty good swing, but he's just still overwhelmed by that heater. Here comes a pick. Hunter Greene has very quick feet, which is very useful. And then a dotted fastball away. So, wow. What do I say about that? Carson Kelly probably expecting sliders. He's been throwing an awful lot of sliders in 2-strike counts. If this pitch was a slider, it would slide off the plate out of this window. But instead, this is just a screaming heater to the mitt. And absolute freeze. 100-mile-an-hour freeze. So beautiful pitch there. He's very in line today. You're not seeing a lot of pull side misses or arm side misses. You're seeing a few here and there, but they're small. Like the spray is small today. Relative to what it can be, especially for guys who throw this hard. All right, so now PCA again. Swung at that first pitch last time, hit it pretty hard. I think it was a good idea to start with the splitter. I also think it's a good idea to throw it for chase. PCA is, I think, 41% chase, so you got a coin flip's chance that he'll even swing at something this low. You just gotta see where he's at. Pretty good take though. Now he's gonna go 101 in. Again, with PCA, you're expecting a swing. I'm trying to think of hitters like a guy like Jose Altuve is somebody that I faced a lot that I just always expected a swing. I felt like that was the right approach, was just to expect a swing. All right, so 2-0, and very interestingly, he opts for the split here. Oh my God. Well, I actually, so the ball just lined off Ballesteros' head. We got a terrible view of that because of that ump cam, but let's see how hard he hits this, first of all. 105. Oh, everybody sees what happened. And Hunter Greene's reaction is unbelievable. You can see, whoa, whoa, whoa. We have a cool angle for this. So the ball's lasered. So this is actually, he does land the 2-0 splitter. Congrats. PC is all over it. Line drive. Hopefully this dude's okay. So I'm sorry to laugh here a little bit. Line drive. First baseman dives. So this looks like the first hit of the game, right? But instead it hits Ballesteros in the head. Now we can't see it from this angle, but you can tell by everybody's reaction. Umpire, first base coach, and Hunter Greene all react at the same moment. Yo! And then you see Ballesteros over here literally staggering with no helmet on. So he got clocked in the dome. And then, oh my God, look where the ball ricocheted all the way into center. He doesn't know where he is. Credit to him, he still tries to run. And they throw him out at second for the force out. This is insane. This play is so crazy. All right, track the ball a little bit here. This ball's going to get hit this direction, right at Ballesteros, okay? I don't know what happened, but he got his face in front of it, and the ball ricochets this far. And then pretty damn good throw by the center fielder to get the out. So this play was just incredible on so many levels. Let's see if we got a good reaction at third base coach. Yeah, he did. We got a same time reaction out of this too. Hunter Greene gives the oh, and then the third base coach and then in the crowd, this girl's like, oh shit. What else we got? This girl's like covering her head. We got a bunch of people covering their heads. Dude's walking with his nachos right here. He's like, what? What's going on? So anyway, yeah, that was a crazy play, but they get the out, so it's not a hit. No hitter intact. There's an error, and then I've never seen this in my entire life. First of all, aren't you out? You hit the runner with a line drive. Aren't you out? I would love to get a rule clarification on this. But anyway, that ended the inning incredibly, and we're on to the sixth. Dansby, first pitch out. It's going to be a slider. Again, they're trying to ambush. They see what's going on here. They're picking out a pitch. It's a one-run game. It makes sense. Probably not going to walk you. Probably the best pitches you're getting a hit are that first pitch where he's just trying to get it over the plate. This was a backup slider. This was hittable, but it backed up good enough that Dansby didn't do anything with it. All right, Matt Shaw. So back to the 9 hole here. Went out in the 6th. Oh, terrible camera angle there. So that was a slider. Good pitch. Doesn't get it. Let's get back to this broadcast cam. Sorry. Still throwing 100.4 here in the 6th. Pours in a fastball there. Very nice. Now he comes in. So this is the only guy he's going in on. Poor Matt Shaw has gotten some screaming heaters up and in. He swung at all of them, though. This one he fouls off. Look at the precision on this pitch. Dotted up and in at 100. I mean, you're not going to give up anything in that location. Ooh, first truly bad pitch of the night. Maybe the splitter to PCA, but this is what home runs are made of. It's a 1-2 medium speed spinner in the middle. And Matt Shaw, luckily he's on fastball timing because he messes himself up. He gets way out front of it and doesn't take advantage. But you can see Hunter Greene's reaction. He's like, that's not it. Reset. So what does he do? He resets and he throws a screaming heater. Misses his spot, but it doesn't matter. It's cheddar cheese. Strikes him out. Hits must be nice. And then here's the walk. So here's the first walk and the only walk of this ball game. It's Matt Bush. Bush has actually had the most interesting day at the plate of anyone to date. He had that weird first inning where he pretty much walked, but then had the check swing that kept him alive, and then he got accidentally painted. Second at bat, he got a 2-0 free heater, just missed it, flew out to the warning track. And in this at bat, he gets the 3-0, and he's actually going to draw a walk. So probably the most successful dude to date, even though he's going to be 0 for 2 with this walk. Hunter Greene didn't throw as good to him as everybody else. All right, Nico. Ooh, one pitch out. So yeah, the ambush. Ooh, they try to go in, and he kind of gets it up and in to an unhittable location. So first time they try to go in, I was calling for them to go in on Nico that last at bat. It felt like to me he was on a dive, hook, slider type of situation, so that leaves you vulnerable inside. They try to go here, so I respect the attempt. He does get it mostly there, and Nico was ambushing because that's what the Cubs are doing. So they might move more locations. That might move to more careful locations or harder to drive locations on 0-0. We'll see, because it's still 1-0. So this game's tight the whole way. It's not all about the no-hitter in this. A lot of it's just about the win. All right. 7th inning. They're showing some highlights here. Looks like he blows a first pitch fastball by Happ. Again, Happ swinging though. So very clear adjustment made by the Cubs as this game's going on to try to swing. Now, obviously, it doesn't end up working out, but I like it. I like the adjustment, actually. They had some chances. 0-2 tries to stick with the heater there, ball. Okay, so 4 heaters here to Happer. That's the pitch to him. If you get it up enough, his bat path doesn't really cover it. This is a take. Probably can't handle this pitch, but it's also in there, and it's a nice frame going top to bottom by the catcher here. See if we can get a good look at that. Let's look at our catcher, Stevenson. Yeah, kind of a top to bottom frame. They don't get celebrated much. You don't see him much. And Ian Happ's kind of like, damn, I just got dominated. All right, Moises Ballesteros. I can't believe this guy's still in the game. He took a 105-mile-an-hour line drive off the coconut. But there it is again, another challenge heater, huge hack first pitch. This kid hit a lot of homers in the minors. You can see by the swing. I mean, it's a huge leg kick. Look at that. He's going to have to tone that down. But when he connects, I promise that's going to be loud. Anyway, 101 though. They do get it to a safer location, the up in, because they can feel these boys are swinging, but they got to take advantage of that. Split off of it. Kind of in a bad location, but the speed differential does it. Pops some foul. 0-2. Really good pitch there. Good spoil by Moises. Splitter off that. Maybe run it away here. Just came out too low. And force seam is probably going to be down. Yeah, perfect pitch off the down split miss. This is a tunnel and a way of reading things that I've been talking about a lot. You got the four seam with the hop, you got the split or the changeup with the depth, or the curveball with the depth, or the slider with the depth. You throw it, yeah, you threw it a little too low. Like I'll show you right here. Yeah, you threw it a little too low, so this was non-competitive in a way. But it opens up a whole world, because now he's just like, you know, I don't have to worry about pitches down. He's trying to get me to swing at something down, so I'm going to ignore down. So like, okay, you're going to ignore down. I'm going to throw an absolute dot 105 on the black. Now, I don't even think that's a strike, but it's still a hell of a pitch. And you got no shot. You got no shot of swinging at it. Great sequence there. All right, here's the one hit, Seiya Suzuki. For a minute here, I thought I was going to get to do a no-hitter. That would have been sweet, but one hitter. I'll take it. This is a great performance. So doubles up on the slider. Mind you, Seiya was all over the fastball that last at-bat timing-wise. Popped him up on a slider, so it makes sense they would stick slider. Let's see what they go with the 1-1. Ooh, a splitter. It's our first right-on-right split of the day. I like the pitch call. Unfortunately, he rolls it over down the line. Does hit it pretty hard. Interesting pitch call. First time they did it all day. I wonder if he does regret it. I personally like it. It's a brave pitch call. It's a creative pitch call. in your mind, you think he's on fastball timing, but you also don't want to take the risk that 3 sliders in a row he's changed and you're not ready for that. You're also in a strike count 1-1. You want to get to 1-2. So you have a lot of reasons why you want to throw a strike here to set yourself up for success, but you're not really sure whether he's on the fastball or the slider here. So then you go split. It makes sense to me. Unfortunately, this pitch is kind of in a hittable area, and even though he gets a very good rollover, like I don't think Seiya's strong, so he hits it hard. I don't think Seiya envisioned himself hitting a pull side grounder in this at bat. That's exactly what happens. He does hit it hard enough, gets a double, and that's the only hit of this game Hunter Greene gives up, and it's the first right on right split he threw. I don't know if he throws any more after that. I wonder what he feels. I wonder how he feels. I wonder if there's a quote somewhere. All right, Carson Kelly's going to get a first pitch out. So now he's got the tying run on second, another ambush attempt, but lives on that outer lane with the 4-seam, beats Kelly, chops it in the ground, and he's through the 7th. All right, back out for the 8th and PCA. Another ambush attempt. This time it's the slider. He's completely under it, which is a little weird. Reads that and goes fastball in. Beautiful pitch. Still living 100, by the way, with 20 inches of vert here in the 8th inning. Now they're really in a good rhythm, him and Stevenson. They're reading the game well. This is a really good pitch to PCA, 0-2. Here comes the 0-2. Up away for the swing through. Good job by PCA, but good pitch. And let's see what they go to here for the finish. All right, they're going to go back to that split. Let's see how they locate it. Oh, good enough. PCA swings way out of the zone. And they get the rollover for the out. So good pitching there. Actually, I think with PCA, it's a good bet to expand a little extra because he's proven that he'll swing. So you take advantage of that. Good job, Dansby. Oh, they got Wayno in the booth tonight. Wayno and AJ. Good crew right there. 99 up away. Swing through by Dansby, so 1-1 count. He's going to triple up on the heater. That was a freaking perfect heater. Nice play by Ellie, too. Another close play at first. The Cubs played hard in this game. They ran a lot of hard 90s. Look at the location on this, though. That is dotted at the bottom of the zone at 100. Dansby sticks his head in there. All he can do is chop it. But watch Ellie come get this thing. Scoop and sling. Nice play. All right, so that makes us 2 outs in the 8th. And back to Matt Shaw. This is the dude they've been pitching inside. Slider strike, getting ready for the ambush, but drops in the slider. Top shelf, nice job. 4-seam. Oh, there it is, in again. They keep getting him to swing. That's good scouting. It's good scouting. They know something. They go in there. He fouls it off again. 0-2. Let me think what I would do off of this. He went slider, top shelf for a strike. Fastball. I think I'm going fastball way up. Way up. Instead, he goes off the plate for the freeze or the swing, but he doesn't get it. Good pitch, though. Off of that, maybe back in again. Oh, they're going to go slider. It's a good call if you execute it. Doesn't execute it, but it doesn't matter. Matt Shaw with a very tomahawky, choppy swing, chops it over to Sal Stewart, who's a funny rookie. I've seen him talk a few times, very funny. So that gets himself to the 9th, going for this complete game shutout. Let's see how he closes it down. Still 1-0, mind you. Back to the top of the order, Michael Busch. This is the guy who's given him the most trouble, in my opinion, today. But this time he gets ahead of him with a heater. So he's still doing a good job of getting ahead despite worrying a little bit and knowing that the other team's ambushing. This is just a screaming heater away and a really nice pitch. And Busch has had a different experience. Busch hasn't seen a lot of strikes. All right, so back-to-back fastballs, 0-2 count. Now he's going to go to that split. For me, that's one of the better ones he threw, but why doesn't he get the swing here? He doesn't get the swing here because the first fastballs weren't low enough, I don't think, to set the line. So Busch, even though Busch begins to trigger a little, he kind of holds up fairly early, spits on this thing. So 1-2, 4-seam, up away target. Ooh, hits that target. Busch stays kind of quiet, fouls it off. Now they're going to try slider. Good execution, doesn't get the chase, back foot. Again, though, he hasn't set any line on the bottom of the zone, so that's probably why he's not getting swings in this at-bat. I think he's ripe for the bottom of the zone freeze, if you wanted the truth. But let's see. 100.7, high target again. Almost gets him. This was a hell of a pitch. This is an unhittable pitch. Bush does a good job just to get out of the way and kind of sell it. But this pitch is a millimeter from the zone, if that. 101, this was a hell of a pitch. So now he gets a 3-2. And we got a challenge heater coming. So Bush has been fortunate. He's been able to get probably 2 legitimate challenge heaters in this game from Hunter Greene in a 1-run ball game. One he flew out to the track, and this one he misses. This one's a little bit more away, but he misses it enough where he hits it foul. And we get another one here on 3-2. This one's higher, so this time he does put a really good swing on it, but he just hits it at 40 degrees. And the ballpark holds it. Will Benson puts it away. That was a hold your breath moment for sure. Let's look at Hunter Greene. Did he have a reaction on that? He was a little nervous. But they make the play, and it looks like he's going to strike out the last 2 dudes. This is awesome. Nico Horner, 3-pitch punchy. Ooh, Tito's feeling it. 92 slider, dirty first pitch there. Gets the chase. Hey, repeat that. He does a little further. Nico's a little too anxious here. I think you got to throw another one. He disagrees. He's saying, I'm going to go 101-3. Going to go up with it? Up in. Oh, and it's just a take down the middle. Nico thought he was getting a third slider, just like I had originally thought was the play. Still, though, 101.3. He's well over. That was pitch number 104 or 105 in this ball game. And this is just a frozen rope. This is where the freezes come on 4 seams. They're usually down. And he's 1 batter away, and it's going to be Mr. Ian Happ. Starts him with 101.5. So he's emptying the tank in an impressive fashion. Basically throwing 102 here. 105 pitches in here in the ninth. Now he goes to the split. Ooh, probably the best split he's thrown all game. And now he's 1 strike away. This was a dirty pitch. He had Happ all fucked up on this pitch. All right, 0-2. He's gonna try to go heater for glory here. Low target. Pops it foul. Pretty damn good pitch there. Haps in throw the hands mode. Try to survive mode. Split off that. Run it off the plate. That's the best split he threw all game. So unbelievable job here. Like execution. Great everything about this pitch. This pitch was a strike for a long time. I guess he hasn't really been pitching him down. So again, he didn't set the line. But this pitch is a strike for a freaking awful long time. This is a good take by freaking Ian Happ, man. And that's one of the things that Ian Happ's good at. Controls the zone well. Look at this. All right, so now he's going to get him. Probably going to be a heater. Nope, slider. Backdoor? Oh, it's the top shelf slider. That's so effective when you have the fastball the way he has it. And this is just a genuine great reaction by a really great pitcher. I'm really happy for him, man. This must have been a great feeling. This was such a big game. To do it in this type of game, too. This felt so freaking good. He's proud of himself. That's just so nice to see. He did it. He did it. He did it himself. That was an unbelievable game. It probably should have been 2 hits. One got taken away when Ballesteros got, smoked in the head by that line drive. But at the same time, the only hit is on a right-on-right split, which is crazy to think about. Okay, so he threw hard this whole damn game. Let's watch one of these fastballs from the side here at the end of the game. Just such intent, but really good sequencing. He's just such a good athlete. He was a two-way guy out of, I believe, Notre Dame High School in California. I think that might be the same school as Stanton. I should probably check that up before I start spewing that on the internet. I'll find out. But he's just so athletic. He was a two-way guy. He leverages so well into that backside, sets himself up for a very powerful rotation. Twirls, gets in the spiral, and drives it home. I don't really have much to add. This is just an athletic delivery. I don't know how deceptive it is. I don't know that it matters because his stuff is that damn good right now. And location too, and speed, tempo, and compete. All the things that he's layered in are really, really impressive. Also, you can just see he was locked in mentally. I mean, that's 50% of this anyway, if not more. So you see him from the side here. It's impressive. And this was the split. Like, I see a little bit of a slowdown here, but not much. Pretty good intent on that. I want to see this fastball. Let's watch it one more time in the slow. And then we're going to look at the 3Ds real quick. Because I feel like his slider looks like a fastball an awful long time. We got that one peek at that camera angle, which was pretty cool earlier in the ball game. But, you know, maybe we can see what this will show us. All right, so here's the heaters. Obviously, he lived a lot at the top. When he started throwing them up and in to the righties is when, man, I was like, he's got his command and he means business. But it's a lot of middle early. Definitely on the outer corner, but you see there's not really hardly any non-competitive pitches here. The only non-competitives are maybe a couple over here on the side. Other than that, everything's serving a pretty damn good purpose. Even these ones that are way high, because that sets up that slider that ended up dropping in. And here are the sliders. Yeah, so he got some top shelfage on the sliders. You know, that popped high, but no, not really any higher than his highest fastball line. And then this is excellent down here on the bottom right. You see all this slider chase zone. Those are really good spots. He did a really good job with that. It's really just a 3-pitch approach. Let's see the fastball to the split now. So this one is the one that covers the other side of the plate and also below the plate for chase. He didn't throw a bad one on the day. He didn't throw anyone in bad location. I guess one of these is the hit. Yep, this is the hit. Again, though, right on right split. Unpredictable pitch, got a rollover contact. He's probably going to regret it now, but I find it hard to fault him. Most of them are really good. Like, look at this one. Below the zone. Below the zone. This was the one that Hap took. That was filthy. This one, too, was filthy. He got PCA to swing at one of these. Yep, this one way off the plate. So he really had it cooking tonight. Hunter Greene. Very impressive. Now, let me quickly go over to reference just so I can make sure I have his bio right. Make sure that I know where he went to school and stuff. Yes, Notre Dame High School, Sherman Oaks, California. He was the second overall pick of the 2017 MLB draft. So if I click on that, I believe we can see some of the famous players. Ah, man, I know ball. Giancarlo Stanton, 2007, out of here. Hunter Greene, 2017, so 10 years apart. Two of the better athletes the sport has seen. Chris Dickerson, Jack McDowell, Black Jack McDowell. So some dudes from this high school. Very, very cool. California continues to be baseball hotbed, of course. And Hunter Greene, man, congrats to him. Sick game. You know, I'm actually going to reload the standings just to show you the meaning of that game tonight. You know, it's not just a great performance. It also has a lot of meaning in the standings. The Reds now 2 back. They won. Mets also won, so they had to hold serve with the Mets. So they remain 2 back with about 9 to play. So they're right in it. They needed that win really, really bad. Hunter Greene put him on the back, put him on his back, and carried him to victory 1-0. Hunter Greene, you're the man. You threw a hell of a game. And yeah, you're having a hell of a season. This will update. Will look even better in the morning. So that's really it for me today on watching. Thanks for hanging with me tonight. This was fun, spontaneous. We popped into it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hunter Greene 1-hit shutout versus the Cubs in a pennant race. All right, peace.